guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary, middle, and high school age. We are in our 12th year homeschooling this year. If you're not subscribed, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you are notified of all of my future videos. Today, I'm going to be talking all about my September goals progress, as well as what I have on tap for October. So let's get right into it. Now, first, I do have to preface this by saying I have not even set my October goals. So this video is going to be a little bit different than what I typically do in my monthly goals videos. Typically, I will share what I have done for the previous month, what I've accomplished, things that I have not done well with, and then I will share what I have planned for October or the next month, whatever it may be. However, this time I am planning on sharing all about September, which was sort of half and half, some good, some bad. And then I plan to turn the camera around and I'm going to set up my monthly dashboard pages in my Erin Condren life planner with you and figure out what I'm going to do for October. Every weekend in October, we are busy and not at the house. And the little bit of time that we are at the house, I know that I'm going to have to be doing a lot of catch up and homeschool prep for the next week. So my October goals are going to be much more rhythm and routine focused so that I'm making sure that I'm doing the things that I know will help me keep my head above water and not get super overwhelmed with the amount of stuff going on. I'm not good with the super busy seasons. I really am not, and I know this about myself, but there are still seasons that are really busy, and so I have to come up with systems and strategies and enable myself to get through it without losing my mind. It's a challenge sometimes. So anyways, that's my introduction. I'm going to move into September. Now, when I set September's goals, I was not completely on board with Emma participating in band. She didn't start band until right after Labor Day, and I think that I set these up at the end of August. And so we didn't expect her to be participating in public school band this year, but she is, and she's loving it, and I'm so pleased that she is. It's actually, we're falling into a pretty good rhythm with that. It's not too challenging as of yet. There are days that we are just not around because we have other homeschool activities, and that's going to prove a bit challenging as we move through the year. But at the moment, we are doing pretty well with that. So some of these things I did not get done this month. Particularly, I'm talking about my monthly action items. The first thing on my monthly action items was to finish our first term, which we did. We finished it, and then the second thing on my monthly action items was vacation, and we did take our first homeschool break for the year. My husband had the week off. It was a beautiful week. We went to the beach. Nobody was there because everybody was in school. The kids swam in the ocean. It was super warm. We went to Pemaquid Lighthouse, we went to Freeport, we did all kinds of day trips around the state, things that we love to do anyways that we don't do as much of in the summer because they're kind of touristy. So it was fun to do those things when it wasn't super busy. The next thing on my list was content creation for September and October, and I started to check this off. But then I realized I did horrible for content creation in September. I started off the month good with like a week's worth of content, and then I just took my vacation week off and I didn't really get back into content creation, which isn't great. It's not great to just take 3 weeks off when you have an online job because of algorithms and all of this other stuff, but it is what it is. I'm hoping to get back into things as we are moving through October. We shall see. I have a bunch of stuff on the horizon that I have to get done, but it's been kind of nice to just sort of take a break. But because I hadn't been planning to take a break, I'm constantly feeling like I'm behind, and I don't like that feeling. It's self-imposed. There's nobody telling me that I have to do X, Y, and Z by certain dates. It's all in my head. So the next thing on my list was finalize decisions on my theme change, and I am pretty much done with that. I think, of course, when we are in the middle of moving everything around, I'm sure there will be questions that come up. And my wonderful tech guru lives on the West Coast and I'm on the East Coast. So we have a bit of a time issue when we're trying to get in touch with one another when we do these types of things. But I'm crossing my fingers that I have checked off almost all of the things that I need, hopefully. Schedule out main homeschool network content. I did not do that at all. And in fact, this week, this is the last week in September when I am recording this, I'm actually on a social media break right now from my main homeschool network Facebook group. I just needed to take a week off. Not that anything is wrong. It's just, I am on it so much, in the margin of my days, and we've had such a busy month of September. I just needed a break so that I could concentrate on homeschool and concentrate on some house stuff. And it seemed like a good time to take a break because everybody's pretty much into the school year. The people that it's their first year homeschooling in Maine, they've sent in their notices. The people that sent their kids back to public school and then realized they wanted to pull them out, most of those people, I've answered all of those questions, so I thought that it was a good week to take off. The next thing on my monthly action items was to pick 2 areas to deep clean. I did 1 area and that was it. And I really needed to do more. I was hoping to do a lot more. It didn't happen. That's okay. I'm understanding that September was not the month to plan a lot of these things. Unfortunately, I wasn't aware of how busy we were going to be, and I wasn't aware of how much Emma's activities were going to impact our homeschool days and how much time I had to commit to different projects. I should know that. I should know those things. I'm really particular about time blocking and making sure I know how long things take, and I did know all of that stuff, but I think that I was hoping I would be able to adjust things as we went and things would just be a little bit easier and smoother than they actually were. Not that anything was super bad, but it's just, it's challenging to balance and to juggle all of the things. That's just normal part of life. The next thing I had on my monthly action items was to set up my yearly subscriptions list for my budget, and I did do that. For the most part, I just need to go back through and make sure that I have every single subscription. I'm mainly thinking about the yearly subscriptions. I just need to make sure that I have all of that listed. I think that I do. I think that I've gotten everything, but I just want to run through it one more time. The next 3 things on my list were cash envelopes. I did not do anything with the cash envelopes. My planning day, I totally missed my planning day. I thought that I would be able to get it done. I did not. And then I was supposed to also call about blood work and rescheduling my mammogram for this month. I didn't do that. So time got away from me. And now we are at the end of the month and none of that stuff was done. I've been trying to do my monthly planning kind of here and there this week, which is why I haven't done my goals and why I'm going to do that on camera. And I actually just updated our family calendar that lives in my kitchen. And so, yeah, I'm getting there. Not there yet. Then for my weekly action items, I have homeschool planning, which I did every week except for the week that we were on vacation. My newsletter for my website, I only sent it out the first 2 weeks and then I did not send it. I have not sent it any other time this month. Batching content, I did at the beginning of the month, and I started to do a lot more of that in the past week, and that is mainly related to my Write 31 Days project, which I will talk about once I get going on October goals. Then I had budget check-in, which I do every week. I mean, I pretty much check in on all of my banking stuff every day because I'm that nitpicky and I want to pay really close attention. Plus we had some huge expenses this month that I needed to take into account. We bought fuel for the winter, pellets. We had a bunch of just maintenance type things that I needed to pay for. And then meal and food prep was the last weekly action item that I had, and I only did that the first week, and then this past Sunday I also did that. My weeks go better if I just prep the food on Sundays and Mondays, and if I don't, we're just kind of flying through the week and end up not having good meals. Anyways, for my daily habits, I had AM routine, which I did every day. Main homeschool network check-in I've done every day up until September 25th, which is when I put the group on pause so that I could take my social media break. Walking with the kids, I did that for like the first week of September and or like the first few days of September, and then once Emma started going to band and having cross country in the afternoons, it kind of just, there wasn't time. There wasn't a lot of time. We did do a lot outside during our vacation week, but it wasn't like a walk with the kids where we like go for like a 1.5 mile loop and we chat and discuss life and all of those things. It was just being out and about, having fun. Exercise, I've done like 2/3 of the days this month. I try and do it in the morning. If I don't do it in the morning, or if we are out of the house in the morning, I don't get to it, and then I don't get to it. I just don't get to it unless it's like a nice day and I go for a walk in the evening by myself. But it's been kind of cold recently. Today it's nice, but it's been kind of cold the past week, so I tend to do my exercise inside. So if I don't do it first thing in the morning, it just doesn't get done. Logging how many eggs we've been getting, I've been doing that every day. I think I missed one day. And then logging my health symptoms, I've also been doing that every day. So I did okay for September. I know that some of the stuff I expected to be able to accomplish, and I just didn't have the time to dedicate to it, and that's okay. It's, you know, it's all part of the process. And like I've said, my goals for 2022 have been kind of, I don't know if they've been that great this year. I had some trouble using the power sheets, and my follow through was not great. And now I am using this, which I really enjoy. And I know the new power sheets are coming out soon, and I can't wait to get those and go through and see what changes they've made. And of course I will share that with you. But as of right now, I really like using my life planner for my monthly goal setting. Yes, so I am going to turn the camera around now, and we're going to figure out what the heck is going on in October together. Okay, first what I'm going to do is just kind of make this little tending list, which is what I have been doing for my goals. And I really need to make sure that I am paying attention when I'm writing, because I will sometimes write what I'm saying instead of writing what I ought to be writing. My monthly action items. I don't know what I want to do this month. I really don't. All right, so the first thing that I am going to write down is my 31 days project. This is a project that Michaelin of the Nester created so many years ago, maybe 9-10 years ago. I don't know. It's been a long time, where you would choose one topic and write about it for every day in the month of October. I'm sorry about my dog snoring right now too. She is clearly having some issues. Izzy, are you okay? So this year I am participating in 31 days, I hope. I have started writing for my 31 days content. I've participated maybe 7 times before, and I have done it multiple ways where I have gotten up and written every morning in October. I have prepared ahead of time. I have failed miserably some years where I only write maybe 12 times, and that's totally okay. My goal is 31 days. We will see if I get to that. I'm not ready to tell you what my topic is yet. I'm a little nervous. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then the other thing that is related to my blog is I want to do more content creation to correspond with my 31 days project this year. So for YouTube. Corresponding YouTube content. I have a bunch of stuff that relates to my topic for 31 days that I want to post on YouTube for October. I did consider Vlogtober. I've never successfully done that. But I think that I can get some content associated with my topic done, hopefully. I will be doing some vlogs in October. I did start doing some NaNoWriMo prep vlogs, which that is another monthly action item. And actually, some of these are going to be both monthly and weekly because the NaNoWriMo prep is something that I'm working on with my kids for homeschool, but it's also each week I'm introducing a new topic for them to consider as they're going through their own process for NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month. I don't know if I already said that or not. We do this for our English and language arts for most of the fall, like October, November, December. In our homeschool, and I'm hoping to also participate in NaNoWriMo this year. I'm not sure how much prep I individually am going to do. I may do the original purpose of NaNoWriMo, which was essentially free writing every day in the month of November to come up with a 50,000 word novel. Yes. Okay. I also want to do our monthly homeschool conferences, which we did not do in September. And we will finish our 6th week of this term right at the end of October. So I am thinking, I really like that Sabbath schooling method where it's 6 weeks on, 1 week off. We're not doing that, but I have considered taking some time off, like right at the beginning of November, depending on how my kids are doing, depending on how things are going, or I may have a lighter week for them or have them work on some type of project. And so this monthly homeschool conference towards the end of October is going to be instrumental in me deciding whether or not we take some more time off. And that's just one of the bonuses of homeschooling year round. We will still take our winter break in December, but I'm not sure if we will take more time off or not. We have plenty of time in the spring. Like, we're still on track to finish, I think, the third week in April, the way that I have things scheduled out. So we'll see. I'm putting my planning day on here, and let me write down what the actual date is. It is the 27th. So let's all just say, Heather, keep your planning day. Life is better when you do that. I think that is about all that I am going to plan for. No, I take it back. Christmas planning. I can't even believe that I'm thinking about Christmas planning. I don't know why. I think there's what, like 96 days left in the year. And yeah, I always buy Christmas PJs. Let me just write this stuff down actually. And you know what else? I have so many birthdays this month. Well, I have so many more things than I expected. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for Christmas planning, I tend to buy our Christmas PJs in October because then I actually get what I want. Although the past 2 years there have not been as many options as I have seen in the past. So that may end up not being until later in the month or even November, depending on what's available. Honestly, what I would like to do is sew pajama pants for everybody, and then just do it that way. Okay, so progress bars, Christmas PJs, if I check this off, I will scribble in a little bit of my progress bar. Ian and Lydia, I am separating their birthdays. Obviously, they're two different people. Okay, now my weekly action items. So for weekly action items relating to 31 days, I want to, what do I want to do? I want to schedule content and socials, and then I want to batch. That's not batch, Heather. Batch video content, which, to be real honest, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm not sure how that's going to go. The reason is because we are busy every single Saturday, and that is when I will tend to try and sit down and do some of this stuff. And I really don't like to use Sundays to do that. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Introduce new NaNoWriMo. So I am working out of a middle and high school workbook for NaNoWriMo for both Emma and Jack. It is a middle high school workbook, middle and high school workbook that they put together. It's a free PDF. I can leave a link if you are interested. It's not like super a lot, so you could definitely start in October with that, or I mean, you could use it anytime. There's no reason that it has to be the 6 weeks leading up to November 1st. It could be anytime. Let's see, I do need to do homeschool planning weekly, and then budget check-in, and then I think that's all I need for weekly action items. We'll see. I should write food prep because I've been notoriously bad at that. You know what? We'll throw it on there. Oh my goodness. No rhyme or reason this month, honestly. It's like combination, I have to do these things, and combination, you will feel better if you actually accomplish these things. Now for my goes. Daily habits. There really isn't like a ton of stuff that I need to do. Do I put anything down, or is that going to stress me out? You know what? I will put a few things down. Is anyone else super excited about the new Power Sheets coming out? I know that I really am looking forward to seeing it, especially now that it has come out that the Daily Grace Co. has purchased Cultivate What Matters. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what changes they make. I don't think it's going to have anything to do with the 2023 Power Sheets, but going forward, I'm sure it will have some impact. I don't think I was drawing straight lines there. I mean, they're straight, but kind of angled. All right, so for my daily habits, I'm going to put my AM routine, because that is an easy win for me. Eggs, I need to track. Health, I want to track. And then I want to read with the kids. And then I want to do main homeschool network check-in. And that, I think, is everything. Now I'm going to put some pretty stickers here. So technically these are October stickers. I don't have the new sticker book yet, but I want to use the purple stickers, even though there's this right here. I might cover that up. All right, I don't actually know anything that I am watching this month. Because I have not really looked at the new movies that are coming out. Let's see, get this in a straight line. And I need to get the football schedule. But I can make a weekly focus. So let's see. This week, okay, so my first weekly focus is going to be 31 days. Then it is website redesign. And then it is Lucy's birthday. And then my last weekly focus is going to be, what did I want it to be? Oh yeah. I need to prep for our homeschool break. And what that means is we are year-round homeschoolers. We take our main break Thanksgiving to New Year's. But during the month of December, we are still doing learning things, but we take a break from our traditional curriculum. So like we're not doing our traditional history, science, English, and math. And instead, we move to more unit studies and Christmas schooling, where this year I think we're going to be doing like a Christmas around the world series of for like a few weeks, and then we will also focus on revising or finishing the novels that we start during NaNoWriMo. So I need to sit down and make sure that I am on track for where we need to be, or if I need to make adjustments in what my expectations are. There's always times to make adjustments. My expectations have to change repeatedly throughout the year. Yes, so that is where I'm going to leave off. This is what I have on the docket for October. Wish me luck. If you are setting goals for October, I would love to hear what they are. Please leave me a comment and let me know. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.